Hello everyone, and today we'll be talking about the new Unity update for their policy. Lately, Unity has updated their policy and their plan based on our feedback. The first thing that we will be noticed that the Unity personal plan will remain free and there will be no runtime fee. Meaning if your game is used to be on the Unity personal license, you will no longer have to pay any runtime fee. And the second thing, that the limited cap for your revenue has been increased from 100k to 200. This is actually a very good news. And now you have the option to remove the Unity splash screen. Usually the image with Unity splash screen is forced to use while you are on the Unity personal. Now you have the option to use it. Previously people would just upgrade to the plus plan just to remove the splash screen. Now you are free to remove it on Unity Person. The second thing that will tell us that no game with less than 1 million in trailing 12-month revenue will be subjected to the fee, which is actually not bad. As for those who are using Unity Pro and Enterprise, probably there will be another and future update for them. Another good news, which is the runtime fee policy will only apply beginning with the next LTS version of Unity shipping in 2024, meaning that this might be the 2023 LTS and beyond, which is actually if you are making a game on the 2020 LTS or previous engines, the runtime fee will not be applied to you, and all your current project and current game are running will not be applied to this runtime fee. Meaning if you have a game released in like 3 years ago, it will not be applied to the fee even if past the thresholds and the limit. The only exception, as they say here, unless you upgrade the game to use a newer Unity version. Meaning if your game used the 2021 Unity editor version and you have upgraded to the 2023 LTS, your game will be applied to the fee. Here they say that you will make sure that to stay on terms applicable for the version of Unity editor you are using as long as you keep using that version. Now here's a second good and excellent change. In the previous update to the pricing, you'd have to pay a fixed amount to the Unity. Now you are going to pay a percentage of the revenue share. If you have this choice to pay the revenue share or a calculated amount based on the number of new people engaging with your game. You have the choice to pick. And another thing, Unity is no longer related to the data or the bills that you will have to pay. As they said in the previous plan and the announcement, that it will be dependent on the install count of your game. And this will most highly be likely depend on them since they are the one that track the install of your game. But now this will be self-reported, meaning if you have a Steam game, you can probably screenshot your analytics and send them to Unity, and then they will do the calculation for your bill to pay. It's actually a good news. It does depend on the developer more than Unity. That means that you can literally screenshot your data and analytics and send them to Unity instead of depending on them to pick up the numbers, and you will always be billed the lesser amount. Now this is the letter to the community. Now we're going to the update. Here we have the changes to Unity plan on pricing. These are the new changes. Here you have a basic summary of everything that has been changed. And here you can say that Unity Personal has no runtime fees. The splash screen is optional. And the runtime fee is forward looking, meaning in the future there are probably a new changes for this pricing and plan. And everything, as we said, is self-reported. An editor term, we will make sure that you can stay on the term applicable for the Unity version of you are using, just as we said. And just as a bonus, Unity has republished and get back the term of service GitHub repository. And another cool thing that Unity has made, that you can use this page to simply calculate the bill that you probably have to pay. As you can see here, we have a simple question: what will your eventual runtime fee cost look like? As you can see, we are using the Unity Personal, and there are two simple questions. Simply, the runtime fee does not apply. Does the business revenue exceed the 200k? We can say yes, and even though it is yes, we are not applied to the fee because our game created in the next LTS version, which is the 2023 LTS version or later. As long as it's not, no, we are not applied to the fee. But if it is yes, those two applied, both of them has to apply. Then as you can see here, you need to check the term of service, which simply you need to upgrade to Unity Pro. Now if you go to Unity Pro, does your game exceed the 1 million K revenue? Well, as you can see, as long as it's no, that means that the runtime fee does not apply. Let's say that it does. At the same time, the runtime fee does not apply because our game doesn't have 1 million initial engagement. But if it's a yes, as you can see, we can now here calculate our revenue and giving a test. For example, we have a high amount of engagement, but a very less revenue share. That means that we're going to pay $3 as if the 2.15 gross revenue. So if you have a very high amount of engagement and you have very low amount of revenue, then you don't need to worry about it. Let's just say that you have a very high engagement and a very high revenue, so you are paying the lesser percentage, which is a good thing. And this is everything we need. Unity has made a massive changes, making the Unity engine and the runtime fee more better. Of course, as we say, that there is probably a future update and future changes, probably related to Unity Pro and Enterprise. And of course, you can always share your own feed. The Unity letter to the community and this new runtime update links are both in the description, so you can check them on your own. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and I would like to see you next